Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. In the last episode, we opened up the final story of our adventure, the White Witch herself. We finally learned a little bit about her too. We learned that her name is Queen Cassiopeia. We found out a little bit about her past in the last episode, and that she's also connected to a little friend of ours that we've known since the very beginning of the game, P. And we finally got our party to finally see her for the very first time. Other than that, the world has been plunged in the world of Ash, also known as the Mana, and it's completely twisted the forms of the friends and family that we've made along the way. And sadly, Alma Moon, Ding Dong Dell, and Hamlin have all been twisted in this way. But we were able to save one of them in the last episode, Ding Dong Dell and King Tom. But in this episode, we're going to be continuing on our journey to save the rest of the three major kingdoms. And the first off's first is Alma Moon. So with that, let's head into Alma Moon, and let's see what we can do when it comes to sanctifying/purifying the land of the Khalifa. And it seems like we're going to have an easier time actually running around some of these people, since we can't use Veil, but we can actually make our way around. We will fight maybe one of them if one of them ends up catching us, like it looks like right here. So let's see what happens with these people. Let's see what kind of names we got. We got Mamuni Guardsman, we got Wine-Eyed Innocent, and Friendly Shopkeeper. Well, the Friendly Shopkeeper doesn't look too friendly. Let's beat him up first, honestly, because I feel like hitting him. And also, I found out that we didn't even get to throw on our, oh no, that's really bad. Final Curtain's a 15% one-shot for everyone on your team. Whew, that was really close. I actually did not expect them to use a spell like that. Oh, that was really bad. And I did not expect that. Oh yeah, and I completely forgot about that. I should mention that as well, but you should have known this before if you were watching the previous episode. It makes no sense to skip this far into the game without knowing that Marcuson joined our party. So, we also finally got our final units, and as you can see, we're using him and Esther today, since we used Swain and Marcuson in the last one. So, with that, let's make our way through the final little section before we can get to into the Alma Moon Castle and see the Khalifa. And let's see if we can maybe sneak by this last few people. And it looks like we can. So let's do one save. You always want to save before getting to the major castle for each area. And let's do this. Our second boss fight of the special story. So, BRB, and we have a small cutscene.
Flippin' heck, that big beast looks cowing familiar.
Oh no! The Khalifa too?
And there we go. Queen Khalifa, inhuman unkindness. And just like the King Tom fight that we fought in the last episode, this is also going to be a two-form fight if I remember correctly. So we need to be very careful here. It looks like she's going for a free attack, and we canceled it out immediately. And we canceled her twice. We're actually completely devastating her for the first form. Okay, cool. Always good. Trying to go for it again. I'm going to evade it this time, just to make sure. Okay, so far so good. We're doing some good, decent damage, as long as we keep doing what we're doing. And if I can get my headset to actually cooperate, so I'm not being completely and utterly having my ears bleed due to the fact that the game was kind of hitting me way too much when it comes to the fact that it was just too loud in my ears for a second there. I can't wait to get a new headset. I'm planning on getting a new one soon. And it's going to be the upgraded version of the Krakens that I have already. And I hope that once I get those set up, I'm not going to have to worry as much when it comes to accidentally messing with my audio when it comes to what I can hear. You guys will always have a certain audio that you don't have to worry about it changing on you. But when it comes to me, my audio is all based on this little wheel here. And if I accidentally slightly tap it, it makes it literally too loud in my ears, and then I can barely hear what's going on anymore. And I can't even hear my own voice half the time when it comes to that. I'm gonna see if we can maybe, I want to see if Oliver can knock her out. I'm gonna try it. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. We actually got the final hit with Oliver. Okay, second phase. And this time she's standing up, and that means she's going to do more damage, I would believe, because, what do you call it? King Tom did more damage when he was standing up, and he had even stronger attacks, so let's see here. Crikey, it looks like she's getting ready for the body slam. Watch yourself, buddy boy. She's a heavy weapon and no mistake. Hang on a minute. Maybe if we made her even heavier, she wouldn't be able to get off the ground. Go on, man. Try using a spell to weigh her down. Okay, we can definitely try that. So let's try burden on her. Burden her down. She's getting ready for flying cow. It looks like we hit her with it, but we are going to take a big hit in damage. It didn't count it. Okay, well, we didn't even get the freebie, and we're kind of stunned right now for the moment. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to heal up Marcuson real quick. I'm going to tell our allies to block up, see what she's doing. Okay, so far so good. Let's see if we can get this burden off this time, because for some reason the first one didn't go off. Here we go. And we got our chance, so that's all we needed to do to get our chance time. Okay, perfect. Easy peasy. Just go in for as many hits as we possibly can right here and get free heals since we're using our Radiant Blade that I forgot to use in the last episode. Huddy Huff, I don't think that does too much damage, but I am going to tell our allies to evade that, just in case we get a Golden Glim, and it actually did give us one. Okay, let's tell our allies to start doing what they're doing, and let's use our Inner Strength for the double damage that it gives us. Okay, perfect. Okay, just keep doing what we can. As much damage as we possibly can right here is honestly what the best thing we can possibly do here. I'm going to go for a drop chop before she can charge up anything. It looks like she is about to do something. Oh no, it's just the Hottie Hoff again. Okay, perfect. Then we don't have to worry too much. But we do need to get ready for when she does try and do her body slam again. But she might not be able to do it in time because drop chop should get rid of her. And down goes Queen Layla, and Lola, I mean, because I don't know why I called her Layla from Motorville, I'll be completely honest, but both names are kind of similar, so I guess that is a reason why I got them kind of mixed up there. But down goes the Khalifa, and down goes the second of the Tainted Kings and Queens. Or, I guess you could say, what do you call it, Tainted Bosses, I should say. Since the third one isn't a king or a queen, and I did say I wouldn't tell you exactly what it was until we actually get there. So, with that, Gogo has reached level 58, Marcuson's now level 50, Gumpy has reached level 25, cool, and Ivern, and we got ourselves a cutscene, so BRB.
Right, leave it to P. Sanctify!
One Sanctify later, and Queen Khalifa, also known as Queen Lola, is back to normal. So, let's see if she remembers anything, because we know King Tom didn't remember anything about being a tainted creature. So let's see if maybe she does this time. Oh goodness, we feel as if we've awoken from a very long dream, or perhaps a very short one. How confusing. It looks like she doesn't know either. Okay. So, for some reason, it's able to give you amnesia. That's very different. A dream about some manner of terrifying bovine monstrosity. We are not amused. You are Moo. My, what a dear. Sweet little thing you are. And where did you spring from, exactly?
Queen Lola, are you hurt?
Oh, my. That exquisite face, those sparkling eyes. The great sage of Hamlin, in the flesh no less. Young man, your picture does not do you justice. You are a vision, an absolute vision.
Oh yeah, she had that picture of him, ain't it? That's creepy.
True.
Majesty, you're not injured, I hope.
There he is. Hey, Bull, it's long time no see.
We are quite the picture of health. Thank you very much. A bull, you would do better to worry about the state of our beloved city. Away with you. Bring us news of our people at once.
Yes, Majesty. Your wish will be fulfilled with all urgency.
We should get back to the Iron Wyvern, Oliver.
Yeah, true. We do need to head back. So, back to where we need to go. I don't know if... Yeah, no cutscene. Okay, I wasn't sure if the White Witch Cassiopeia was going to start talking again or not. Okay, let's see here. Another one of those flowers, and we know what happened last time. So I'm guessing we're going to more than likely see another vision at P's past, or even the Cassiopeia's past. So let's do this.
There's just one kingdom left to save now, ain't it? I still can't get over P's magic, though. A proper little wizarding powerhouse she is.
Hehe, proper.
Yes, her magic can only be described as miraculous. The spell Sanctify. It is missing from the pages of the Wizard's Companion.
Oh, what about the flower? We found another one of those crystals. We might find another flower, didn't we?
Well, she's holding it out right there. How'd you not see it? Sorry to disappoint you, but I had a quick nose around. While you lot were fighting away, I could not find nothing, man.
There was a flower. Look, it's here.
Hey, where the flip did you get that?
Do you think maybe only P can find them?
That would make sense. They seem to be linked with her past. Somehow, I wonder if this one will teach us a bit more about her.
I guess it might, huh? I'm kinda nervous about what we might find out, though. Say, P, could you show us?
Of course I can. Here.
Here we go. Another memory, so I'll be right back.
Apis, at least I have you to talk to. What the council are doing. Can it be right? Earlier on, I overheard the captain of the guards. He said the kingdom was in a parlous state. He spoke of people too poor to buy bread and of the starving dying in the streets. Yet, the council assure me all is well. Just who is telling the truth? Tell me, Apis.
This is most troubling. The Queen persists in her wish to involve herself in the affairs of state.
Should this continue, she may realize that it is we who now rule the kingdom and alert the populace.
Surely it would do little harm to allow her to sit on the council, provided that we keep the more sensitive matters from Her Majesty's hearing.
Yes, and ensure that she is made publicly responsible for all of the council's decisions.
Ha! A most splendid idea. We shall keep our kingdom while she takes all the blame.
Father, I know you will be proud of me. Today, the council gave me their approval. I am to be involved in the affairs of state. Now I can work for the best interests of my subjects. I have taken a long, hard look at myself, and I have decided to put my subjects first and do all I can to rid the world of war and famine. Father, I have learned of the existence of an ancient spell with the power to end all suffering. I shall do you proud. I vow that I will master that spell and save my subjects and kingdom from despair. Soon, Father, soon I shall bring the light of hope into the lives of my people.
And as we can see, it looks like the White Witch is much different than the one we've been seeing in the cutscenes. Very strange. I wonder what's going on there. And the council seems to be much more evil than the White Witch herself, because what we're seeing in the memories is the White Witch used to be good, but who honestly knows what's going on? Maybe the cutscenes we've been seeing aren't the real deal, or maybe there's something else behind the scenes. But all in due time. So, with that, let's continue. Huh? Was that P?
But she was all grown up, man.
So it wasn't her.
Come on, look at her. She's going to look exactly like that girl we just saw when she was that age.
So you think we just saw a scene of P's future?
If that were the case, her kingdom would still exist somewhere.
I wonder where it could be.
We thought we might finally learn the truth about P's identity, but it seems the mystery has only grown deeper. Well, I know one thing.
I'm not a fan of the Console 12 bunch. I trust them about as far as I could kick them. They're definitely plotting something.
Yeah, poor P.
Well, standing around gas-banging ain't going to get us anywhere, is it? There's probably more flowers out there. Let's get out there and find them.
True, we probably should. You're right. P, you'll tell us how to find another one of those flowers, won't you?
Yeah, I'll find you another one.
Then we must head out to the last of the 3 kingdoms. The battle is not won yet. True, true, true. You have obtained the Flower of Faith, and another flower is in our possessions. 2 memories. Only 1 more to get, based on what we can tell. So, 1 teleport to Hamlin, and that's where we're going next. And we just need 1 more kingdom to save. And as you can see, Hamlin has definitely been engulfed in that mana stuff. Although I'm kind of surprised how it was able to go through the top of there. Looks like no special ways through either. So it looks like we have to walk our entire way through. Okay. Well, honestly, we do know how easy it is to... Oof. You guys can see through walls, can't you? Okay, it looks like the first one's easy to get through, for the most part, but it looks like we have to catch them off guard in order to get to the next fight. Okay, we got King's Council, Pompous, Pensioner, and Guardsman Apprentice. We know these, the big frog guys have the one-shot ability, so let's just get rid of that before any sort of that can happen. I don't know about Mr. Big Zombie Dude, but I guess we'll find out if he does try and use any spells. Okay, it looks like he's just autoing us, so it looks like he's fine. Okay, so far it looks like we only have to really worry about 2 of them, which is good, because what we knew about earlier was that the other one tried to use Final Curtain on us, and that's a 15% chance to one-shot every single person on your team. It's a 15% per unit on your team. So Oliver would be taking the damage roll, and then it would do Marcuson, and then it would do Esther. For each one's going to try and go through that 15. And if you're super unlucky, you're going to have to find out that the 15 is hitting every single one of you. And that is not a fun thing to find out. But it looks like we don't get a freebie on these guys. But we do see that we do get the freebie to maybe get out, get this fish lady out of here first. Since we do know that she's going to do magic damage. So let's just get her out of here. We don't know about the madcap mathematician guy, the big furry... I don't even know what that is, but we do think we can maybe get rid of this salesman, though. Okay, easy peasy. Now we just need to get rid of this mathematician, and we are done. Down goes another one of those fights. Those zombies seem to get easier and easier every time we fight them, thankfully. And just like so, we got a couple levels out of it. And Esther gets a full heal out of that, which is always good. Because we did forget to kind of heal at the Iron Wyvern earlier, so honestly we could have taken some major hits there if we forgot to do that, because we didn't even save. So, it looks like we're going to get a freebie back into the Porcelain Palace, though. Only 2 fights to go through. Oh, nope, multiple fights. Okay. So it looks like, let's see here. It looks like we can maybe go here, get a save in, and then see what we can do here. I think we can maybe pull these guys out. Nope, we gotta fight them. Okay, well, let's fight these horse dudes, which looks to be the palace guards. They were. That's kind of funny. Okay, so we got a castle cook, a backstreet bodyguard, and a castle cook. Okay. Wait, did I say castle cook 2 times? Well, let's see here. We don't know if the cook does anything. We don't know about the bodyguard, but let's get rid of the horse dude since we do know he can one-shot us. Might as well get rid of him entirely. Okay, easy peasy. Let's leave the cook to do what she's doing. Spite is not something I need to worry about. That's just a random status ability. That's something that's not anything bad we need to worry about, because although it's a random status ability, I don't think you can... Yeah, you can't get unconscious from Spite, so we're perfectly fine, so we don't need to worry about one-shots from her. Okay, cool. Because that could be really bad. Since we did do that and we opened up that little area, let's do the save again and just resave over that so we don't have to worry about fighting them again and we get our HP back. So, honestly, it's just a free way to get that back. Is there any fights inside the palace? It looks like no. Which there used to be people in here. Oh, there was. Okay, you scared me. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna see if we can maybe run around him like Mr. X. And it looks like he just lost interest in us because he ran too far. Also, sorry for knocking the what do you call it? Actually, I don't even know what the name of these things are. Well, I'll be right back. So, BRB, boys and girls.
Look, there it is!
So we're back here again.
Stop your whinging, man. I mean, it could be worse.
Huh? Oh! Nickers! That tank! That's the very latest weapon in Hamlin's arsenal. You're telling me machines are turning into monsters now? I cannot say. Whoa!
It's just a machine. Let's show it what for.
And here we go, Porco Loco. Just like Porco Grosso, but much more dangerous. And I remembered when I was trying to remember what it was called. It's the joysticks. I usually don't have to like specifically state the name of what the actual little knobs are called on the controller. So honestly, I just didn't expect to try and remember that, because honestly, there's no point in ever really bringing that up. Okay, so let's see here. We do know that they're weak to machine types are weak to storm, so let's see if we can maybe use some of our storm spells on this guy. I believe we do have some storm damage. Yes, we do. Bolt from the blue, so let's use that. And let's summon our big old jellyfish friend to help us out with this. And maybe he can kind of slap this thing into submission a little bit, since this should help us to damage it a little bit. Since, yep, it does. Okay, it does do double damage.
This thing might be different from that tank we fought before, but it's the same weakness as any other machine. Give it a taste of storm magic.
We already did, buddy. Okay, so since we do know that, let's actually bring out Hollow, since Hollow is going to get to do what he does best. Gustbuster and a little bit of damage. I forgot to give him his best attacks, so he is going to be doing less and less damage. But we can spam it a little bit more, since these other spells are the better kind. And I don't know why I accidentally called Hollow back on accident there, when I was trying to have him use some spells. Ooh, I don't know what sausage roll is. I don't know what sausage roll is. Oh, that's what that was? Okay, I was confused for a second. I was scared. I thought that was going to be much worse than it actually was. Okay, Whirligig. I don't know if this is a two-part fight. It might be, so I'm going to say it more than likely is. Whirligig one more time, and there he goes. Okay, it looks like a second part. Okay. Looks like it's more tanky this time round, because it took it magnetized all the metal that fell off of it. Okay. Seems easy enough to deal with, I think. Just do as much damage as we possibly can with as much spells as we can spam. And then we can do as much as we can here. One more Whirligig. Oh, Pig Shot is something we do need to worry about, so let's evade. Uh-oh. Nope, I had to back out there. There was no way my evasion was going to work. Pork Scrappings. I don't know what that is. I'm going to tell our allies to defend just in case. It looks like a AoE that attacks everyone on the field. That's kind of dangerous, honestly. Okay. So since Hollow is kind of busy at the moment recharging, let's just kind of sit back here and let Hollow kind of recharge and then send him back out. Okay. Ooh, chance time. Perfect. I don't know what caused that, but I'll take it. Free damage. Okay. Let's do as much as we possibly can. I'm gonna see what Hollow's is. It might change. Spore Storm. Suspicious looking spores inflict random ailments on all foes. Okay, let's try it out. Spore Storm. See what we can possibly do here. Might help us out, but I'm not sure if we can actually inflict any kind of ailment on this thing. So it looks like it's just a free heal. Okay, well, let's do a nice evasion just in case. Send back into there. And it looks like we did get another one of these, so let's at least try the Burning Heart this time. Tell our allies to go all in, while I charge up a big old Burning Heart to smack Porco Loco into submission. I don't know if this is going to do enough damage, but we might as well try at least. And 639, and down goes Porco Loco. The third and final of the tainted monsters we had to fight. And I believe we should get another cutscene like all the other fights. So, I believe right after we level up, we'll probably have something else. Gyro Grappler. What is that? Well, the last time we fought Porco Loco, or Porco Grosso I should say, it was an upgrade for Swain's weapon. Maybe that's another one of those, because I know Swain can upgrade his weapon again, and even Esther can, but we haven't got the alchemical formulas to actually do it. But maybe that's one of them we need for Swain. I honestly don't know. So, with that, let's grab our free levels, since any kind of leveling is always nice for us, and Markson really needs the levels, honestly, more than we do. But we got another cutscene, so BRB.
Time for your magic.
Right.
Okay, that was actually a pretty small cutscene. I expected that to be a little bit longer than the other ones, but it was actually pretty short. Do you think that means everybody in Hamlin is cured now? Yep. What means it's time for the prince to tend to his people? Yeah, true. I guess we're probably gonna end up parting ways. No, we're not. Margison's with us for the rest of the game. I'm just gonna be honest.
Your Majesty, the city is in ruins. We have been invaded by wild beasts.
I'd watch what you call them. They were you.
Us? We were the beast? This is terrible. Your Majesty, did we attack you?
Calm yourselves. As you can see, I am unharmed. I am more concerned about the state of our great city. But our chief concern should still be to discover the cause of all this. Until I have done so, I must leave Hamlin in your hands. Captain Hogarth, your orders are to begin reconstruction immediately.
Yes, Your Majesty. You go to war, do you not? You must take our latest technologies with you.
Ooh, alchemical formulas. We might be getting our Swain upgrade then. Ooh, thank you. Your full thought is welcome as ever, Captain. I leave the Empire in your capable hands. Okay, see you later, Hogarth. It looks like he's technically the Emperor for now. Blimey, you actually sounded like an Emperor for a moment there.
Yeah, it was like I was seeing a completely different person.
I made a promise to my brother. In any case, Hogarth is the fine leader. He can be relied upon to rebuild Hamlin while I'm gone.
That's trusting you all righto. Let's get back to the Iron Wyvern, shall we?
Back to the Iron Wyvern, indeed. And probably another memory to behold ourselves to, honestly. So we should be seeing the final one then. We have saved the Three Kingdoms from the scourge of the mana. I am, as a representative of the people of this world, I give our heartfelt thanks. Thank you, Markson.
You're welcome, but it was all thanks to P, really. Yay, thanks to P.
And yet, we are no closer to knowing who it was that sent the mana to assail us. Your magic allowed us to avert a tragedy of unthinkable proportions, P, but we cannot allow this to happen again.
Too right, man. We need to find out whoever's behind all this and give them a proper hiding.
True, honestly. But we already know who that is. It's Cassiopeia, since we've seen the cutscenes. But they still don't know who that is. But they've heard her, though. So they do know of her voice, because we heard it right before everyone started turning all kooky and twisted and becoming a twisted abomination of what they truly were. So we do know what it is, and the voice of who it is, but they still technically don't know who it is, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But let's do this. But we have no idea who it could be. Perhaps not. Although something about P's story has been troubling me. It has? When we were in your world, she told you that the ash was falling was her fault, did she not? Well, sure, but hey, there's no way it was her. That's impossible. Does it not also seem impossible that a tiny child should have the ability to reverse the effects of the mana? And yet have we seen it with our own eyes? But that is not the only reason I think she may be able to tell us more. I believe P may also hold the key to unlocking this entire mystery.
Yeah, P's got the key.
Oh, you found another flower, did you? Great. Let's have another look at the pretty young queen. Stop it, Swain, you little perv.
Is that really the time for your stupid comments? We need to take this seriously.
Indeed, I fear this next vision may not be a pleasant one. No matter, we must see the truth for our own eyes. P, would you be so kind?
Here.
Here indeed. Into our next cutscene, so BRB.
How could this happen? Every man, woman, and child in my kingdom. How? Why did this happen? Mana was meant to help them. Not this. Tell me why.
My name is Cassiopeia. I am Queen of Nazcar. When I was a child, I was known as P. I lived together with my father, and did not want for anything. Then, when my beloved father passed away, I ascended the throne, little knowing what horrors awaited me. Ignorant of the affairs of state, I allowed the Council of 12 to control everything. But the Council paid not the slightest heed to the well-being of my subjects. I had always thought of Nazcar as a peaceful realm, but now I saw that it was blighted by greed and torn apart by conflict. The scales had fallen from my eyes. I felt the desperation of those ground down by poverty. I felt the pain of those fighting for survival. And I saw how I had lived a gilded life of luxury, a life they could never hope to enjoy. I decided that I must change. I would work for the good of others and do all I could to eliminate conflict. That is how I arrived at my decision. That is what drew me to the spell that would save the world. Mana. When I came to use that spell, not a doubt clouded my mind. I was certain that the mana would purify the hearts of my people. But then, my dream of peace turned into a nightmare. All those whom the mana touched became beasts and turned upon each other. For years, the nightmare went on. The years stretched to decades. And still it continued. Then one day, I realized there was no one left. The council was gone. The guards were gone. My ladies in waiting, too. They were all gone. The mana I had unleashed had claimed the lives of every one of them. I am completely and utterly alone. But death is a privilege I shall never know. And who can say what this endless solitude may make of me? That is why I have decided to fill these flowers with my memories. If you have found this flower, I pray that you will find your way to me. That is my only wish. Until then, I shall be waiting, always waiting, alone in Nazcar.
And there we have it. That is the story of Cassiopeia. But we still don't know why she's evil. And didn't she say that the council had all died? The council is still alive and well based on what we've seen in cutscenes. So what is the truth? And what is a lie? Honestly, we don't know. And maybe we'll find out very shortly if we can ever find her. So, with that, let's continue our story.
Crikey, there's tragic. The spell she used went and ruined our whole country.
The mana of which she spoke. It's the same thing we've been dealing with here.
So the person behind all this is Queen Cassiopeia?
She may not have intended any harm, but it seems a distinct possibility. You're right. She said she would be waiting. Didn't she, in a place called Nausicaa?
Smelly old Nausicaa.
Nausicaa, Lee. Crikey, that's a place from the past.
Or blast from the past, oops.
What is it? Do you know something about this place?
The fabled kingdom of Nausicaa was a seat on the advanced civilization that disappeared almost overnight, 10,000 years ago. She did say she can't die based on what we heard in the cutscene, so she's been like that alone for probably about 10,000 years based on what they say. We don't know if that's the exact amount of time. Maybe it is. For all I know, they're completely accurate on the time that Nausicaa has been gone for, because I'm going based on how our logic goes. We can't specifically state exactly when it was, but we can kind of give it like approximate time. But maybe they have something that makes it like literally the exact time for when something disappeared or something. For all I know, that's probably the case. But let's continue. I'm going to say it probably is like that, where they're able to tell exactly. But let's do this.
10,000 years?
And Queen Cassiopeia has been waiting for all that time. If we can find the site of the ancient kingdom, perhaps we can solve the mystery of the mana at last. Yeah, and we can't stop her from ever using it again.
Yeah, we have to stop her.
Alright, let's go find the kingdom of Nausicaa. And you have obtained the Flower of Hope, the final flower. Well, only one way to do this. Let's go see what P is doing, and let's fly on out of here to Nausicaa.
Come on, Oliver, let's ride Tenny, all the way to Nausicaa. It's not foggy there anymore. Come on, we've gotta go.
But, do you know where Nausicaa is, P?
Yes, I do. It's the place with the big birdie picture.
Birdie picture. You mean like a big picture of a birdie?
Yes, silly, a big birdie like Doodle-Doo. Get Tenny to us, put us down in the big birdie, Oliver.
Doodle-Doo. That's a Gallus bloke, ain't it? How come she knows so much about him? Well, we can worry about that later. We need to start looking for Nausicaa, Ollie boy, and that means looking for pictures of birdies.
Okay, let's take a ride on Tangri and see if we can find the place P is talking about. Leave the Iron Wyvern. Yes, sirree. Also, talking about Gallus. Oh, I did not mean to fly back onto the Iron Wyvern. That's way too close. Okay, get us out of here. Let's go right this time instead of flying right into the Iron Wyvern again. But, as I was saying, Gallus has not been talked about when it comes to the Council. So, if a Council is all dead, and based on what Cassiopeia is saying, why is Gallus helping us out? And why is... We don't know anything about him when he was a council member either, when he was still alive, if that was the case. So, what is actually going on with the council and Cassiopeia? And why is Gallus helping us if they were evil? So, honestly, it's very strange. And like it said, we have to drop right on the birdie picture. So this place was completely blocked to us originally, due to the fact that there was mist keeping us from actually landing here. You can only get here with Tangri. And this is actually the land of Nausicaa. And if you're wondering, for the ones that were in the episodes that were all about side quests, we actually did a little bit of Nausicaa. So this is an ancient language of this country, and we've been actually using this to solve some of the puzzles within our story. We had a small hint to this in the actual episodes that were based completely on story stuff, and that was when we were trying to find Mornstar's stones. And this is actually the script that actually tells us how to actually decipher the hidden language. So, with that, that's all we really know about Nausicaa. All we know is it's very old. And other than that, we got nothing about this place. Hey, and look at that. There's Marcuson's familiar right there. Or the original form of it. That's actually kind of cool. Okay, so we actually have to... Ooh, these things are actually chasing us. Okay, let's fight one off then. So these guys are called Relixes. They're actually really cool familiars. And Marcuson actually starts with one, but the evolved version of it. And it's actually pretty cool. You can get a one that's called a Medics, which is a medic version of his familiar. But you can also get one completely based on doing spell damage and attack damage, which is pretty cool. Marcuson's familiar is actually really good, and it's actually something you should probably keep, since it's actually a really strong familiar. So we're going to end up using the alternate form of the one that I didn't use originally. I think I used Medics originally. I'm going to look back at my old footage and see which one we did use, and then we'll use that once we get to that. If I remember correctly, we have to walk all the way around. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we need to make our way all the way around this place. So it looks like we should probably use Veil, if we possibly can. Might not let us, but we might as well try it. Looks like we can. Okay, cool. So, I also want to use a chart chest here, or Seek Fortune. Forgot which one was the one we can use out in the outer world. But you can actually get some free items if you actually use this ability. So let's see here. We got one right here. We got ourselves a White Stag's Antler, which is probably a one-of-a-kind item, because there's a couple of those that you get throughout the story that are only one-of-a-kind, and you can't get them anywhere else in the game. And I think that might be one of them. And that's one of the weapons that our Zipv would use, Hollow would use, and I believe we have one other familiar that can use that. But since we're not fighting any of the enemies here, and we're kind of just walking away from them, we'll grab all the treasure chests so we get some freebies for the final fight. We got a Harrow Fang. Okay, it looks like a lance of some sort. That thing looks terrifying. What is that? There's a giant, like, egg-shaped monster in the trees over there. Don't want to find out what that thing is, but we'll probably be able to figure it out. No, it's not this thing. This is one of those Humpty Dumpty-like enemies that we fought before. But I believe that's... It looks like a sarcophagus almost. That's kind of cool. I like him. But I've never got to use one before. Well, I think there's one right here. An all-seeing eye. What is that? I've never seen that item before. What the? It's an ingredient. Oh! I know what this is. This is one of those special rare items that you can only get from certain monsters in the game. Okay, so that's going to be something we get into later for when we start making, like, really good alchemical items and stuff like that, which is going to be in the super post game where we'll be doing all our side quests. Like I promised, we'll do that after the main story is over. And we definitely have some pretty hard stuff to make, because there's a thing called a demon axe, and then there's a thing that's called the king axe or something like that. It's like even stronger than the demon axe, but it's super expensive to make, and it's one of the hardest things to make in the game. So yeah, there's some big things that we can make in the near future. That's going to take us quite a while to make. And also, I think we can actually fix this. Let's see here.
Look, man, there's another one of the massive great big pictures on the ground by here. It's a bit faded like, but I reckon a quick spell might bring it back.
Okay, so I'm guessing probably rejuvenate, based on every time we've ever seen a item that's no longer in its former glory, it usually brings it back to what it needs to be. And thankfully I got it right, because I could have gotten that completely wrong, to be honest. And there we go. Now we can actually bring Tangri to this spot now. And that's the whole point of the bird statues, if you're one. Or bird, what do you call them? I'm trying to remember. Bird paintings, things, whatever you want to call them, honestly. Because honestly, they have different names, and you can call them whatever you want to call them, honestly. Okay, so other than that, it looks like we just have one more place to go. And I'm pretty sure what we have to use here.
Look at the ancient ruins by there. Come on, Ollie boy, start drawing some ruins and get us across.
Okay, and to get us across, we just needed to use one little spell, and that is called Bridge. And that makes us a little bridge. What's going on with Esther? Esther, you having a nice fun getting jiggy with it over there? What is that? Okay, now she's back to normal. Okay, well, let's make our way into our final, technically town, I guess you would call it. So, Beerby. Era Memoir, the final location in the game, because we haven't been able to go to Nausicaa for, like, the longest time, and this is the final, like, technically town. There's nothing here, but it technically counts as a town, kind of like all the other places. I don't know why it does, but it is its own place, as we just saw. But let's do this.
Is that an altar?
No, silly, they are my flower pots.
Flower pots, but they haven't got a single flower in them, one.
Well, we do have all the flowers that we collected.
Maybe we need to put some in it.
Yeah, yes we do. And there we go. The 3 flower pots.
That's right, flowers in the flower pots.
Well, we could try plonking something in there. I suppose can't hurt, can it?
Indeed. They must serve some purpose. Definitely does. Okay, well, we just have to go to each and every flower pot and place all the memories we've gotten so far. And they should open up the final little thing we need to do with these.
Look, Ollie boy, that red flower down peas is flipping sparkling.
The Flower of Youth is glowing, offered up to Era Memoir. Okay? First one's first. And that's a different angle. Ooh. That was different. I'm pretty sure the White Witch is, I'm pretty sure that's the White Witch's orb that's watching us. I've never noticed that before. I always thought that was just like, they just do that angle just to kind of like do like a little cutscene. But that's actually the White Witch. I never noticed that. That's something completely new to me. Huh.
Crikey, that yellow flower of peas is shining like a flipping shiny thing. Giving my lantern a run for its money it is.
The Flower of Hope is glowing, offered up to Era Memoir. Looks like, yeah, that definitely is, because, what do you call it? I'm seeing like a roundness to it. Kind of like how her orb, kind of like every time we've seen her look through her like little all-seeing orb or whatever that is. That whenever she watches over us, it's got like this like weird effect to it when it comes to like the corners. So she definitely is watching us. Okay, well, we're about to make her mad, I'm pretty sure.
Hold on a moment. That blue flower P gave us is glowing.
The flower of faith is glowing, offering up to Era Memore. Okay, let's offer up the final flower. And let's see what all these flowers end up doing. Because, more than likely, it's about to open up something. And it looks like... not sure if it's a cutscene or... Nope, just like before. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was about to hit my camera turn off button, to be honest. Because I was honestly not sure there. Okay, let's do this. Altar it is. Let's see what's going on with this thing. Whoa, what's happening?
Brace yourselves, everyone.
Brace yourselves indeed.
At last we meet. Cassiopeia.
What's going on, P?
All this time. I have been waiting.
Okay.
Here in Nausicaa.
Okay.
Nausicaa.
I knew it. This island was the seat of the Nausicaanan civilization. What? You knew all along? Not for certain, but you must have seen them too, my dear brother. The ruins on this island, they are clearly the remnants of an incomparably ancient civilization.
You can do your archaeological lectures later, man. What about that voice we just heard? If I'm not very much mistaken, that was...
Cassiopeia.
That's right, man. The queen them flowers showed us, ain't it?
Yeah, definitely.
My flowers. They guided you.
Okay.
See, I flipping told you.
She's trying to tell us something. I've been waiting. And now here. Where it all began. Time has come.
Time has come for what?
My final act.
Final act of what? I'm kind of scared now. Looks like another cutscene. Okay, Beardy.
With no end in sight. All I had for company were my memories, the pieces of an ever more distant past. I tried to hold on to the happy times, hoping to keep my loneliness at bay. For how many years this continued, I cannot say. And then, one day... Can it be true?
Are you me? But why?
Just who do you think you are?
What do you want with me?
I see. You came to accuse me.
To blame me for the loss of all those lives. Well then, I shall banish you from my sight.
That's right. Banish her. Pour forth your mana and be done with them all. Yes, that shall be my gift. The gift of the White Witch.
We have awaited you, your radiance.
Counselors. My beautiful mana can end the world in an instant. We need only choose when that instant shall be. We may shape the fate of the world as we will and start afresh whenever we please. That is the power of mana. I hereby call the council to order.
Okay. Oh. We still have... Oh, okay, it's still a cutscene. Okay. I actually didn't expect them to continue talking. Okay, BRB again, I guess. But honestly, wait. Actually, before we continue... Wow. Okay, we just saw the birth of Queen Cassiopeia and why she became the White Witch. But... why over just P's existence? It didn't look like P even did anything wrong. And based on what we can see, they're two different people. And I kind of explained that earlier. But I still don't remember if they're soulmates or not, or what's going on there. But other than that, And looks like their characters are still talking, so it technically still counts as a cutscene. So, I'll be right back, and we'll figure out what's going on right after this. So, BRB again.
The White Witch? Cassiopeia?
Who'd have thought she'd turn out like that? So much for all those good intentions.
But how could... She was there, with Cassiopeia. P was there.
Cassiopeia is on her own, and she's very, very sad. Please help her. Help Cassiopeia.
Silence!
Look, up there.
It's a castle. Castle in the sky.
So, little girl, you are stirring up trouble once again.
Cassiopeia!
Why do you strive to save this fallen world when my radiant mana would start it anew?
Mana? You mean...
Yes, it is I, the White Witch, arbiter of the fate of the world. It is my decision and my right to bring this world to an end. The judgment has been passed. It shall not be overturned.
The White Witch.
And there we have it. Back on the Iron Wyvern, we now see the... I believe it's called the Ivory Palace, if I remember correctly. And that is the final dungeon of the game, technically. Because there is still one dungeon in the game, in a way, and that has all to do with the conductor. But that's more of a side quest thing, and more of like a secret endgame kind of thing. So I'm not going to go into any about that. But for the main story, this is our final dungeon. The final hurdle to finally see the White Witch. So, with that, let's continue our story, and we're very close to the end of today's episode, because this is going to be the end, and then we're going to do the entirety of the Ivory Palace in the next episode. So, tomorrow is technically the final episode of the main story. Just like that, we're really, really close to the end. Wow, I can't believe it, honestly. So, with that, let's continue. I'd like to thank you all for agreeing to meet in such a short notice. It is not often that one is summoned to a place like this. One presumes it is a matter of the gravest import. Indeed it is. We have identified the one responsible for the white ash that has so nearly destroyed our kingdoms. She is in fact the owner of the floating palace you see before you. The White Witch. She is the source of all this evil. One sees the noble friends. It would seem the time has come for our three kingdoms to fight as one. Indeed, we would be grateful for any assistance you can provide.
The people of this world must unite. Our need has never been greater. We are greatly moved by all the calls to arms. Abul, return to Al-Mamun at once, and instruct the viziers to prepare for war. We shall need floaty things, swoopy things, and plenty of shooty things.
As you command, your majesty.
Well, one can't really shirk one's responsibilities at a time like this. You shall have the finest soldiers Ding Dong Dell has to offer.
Excellent. These three kingdoms shall combine their strength and strike as one.
Yep, indeed. And just like so, today's episode is complete. Because in the next episode, we are finally taking on the Ivory Palace. The domain of the White Witch, Cassiopeia. And we're going to be fighting off with the final boss of the main story in tomorrow's episode. And one other boss, but I'm going to keep that one secret until the halfway points of the dungeon. So, with that, thank y'all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.